Hey everybody, it's your boy Pete. We're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a new manhwa that has released. It's called The Sword Emperor's Path to Namgung, or The Sword Emperor's Rise of Namgung. Our comic, it starts out with our main character here fighting the leader of this Sun Moon demon cult. As you can see here, not only is he like covered in blood and beaten and bruised, all of his fellow disciples of this Namcheon Palace is what they call it. All of his disciples have pretty much been killed off as they're fighting this demon cult leader. So basically, what happens is, despite him being in this battered form and whatnot, um, you know, he decides that, that regardless of how his body is and what happened so far, he's going to basically eradicate this demon cult leader. And so he ends up killing him. And basically after he kills him and he's slowly dying because as you saw earlier, his injuries were pretty much fatal. And so he basically walks over to his disciples that were all killed and says that he like his title as the Sword Emperor was meaningless because he couldn't protect any of them, and that in the face of death, all he feels is this like immense regret that that despite being able to kill the cult leader and whatnot, if only he had been a little stronger, tried a little harder, um basically he's like everybody died, so like if only I could have done better, right? And so then he dies. However, he wakes up reincarnated as a sword boy, is basically like treated like dirt and whatnot, from this random person. And we find out that he has like blocked meridians, which is what um the demon cult, we find out at the end of the first chapter the demon cult is back, that they weren't actually like eradicated as he thought in his previous life. And we find out that the demon cult is looking for people with blocked meridians. Our main character wakes up in the body of a person with blocked meridians, so it's like coincidental, yeah. I mean, you know but overall I think the art looks pretty good. Oh, I accidentally right clicked the screen. um but what I like the most about it is that he seems like a no not oh my god, why do I keep doing that? A no nonsensical type of person. Like this person's treating him like absolute like shit, and so he ends up cutting off his hand. uh the art is really decent. I really do like the art. And but you can see here, what I mean by no nonsense is if we go to the beginning of the second chapter, essentially this person here is like pleading, for his life, like spare him. He even offers like all the money he has on him. And however, our main character is like, you treated his body like shit. You barely gave it anything to eat, never gave it new clothes to wear, always like harassed and beat him whenever he got angry. And he said, and an apology and like money doesn't cut it for the way you treated this like person. So then he ends up killing him and like to like repay him for like the way he treated this person's body, right? And like, so he seems like kind of like a no nonsensical type of person. He seems like someone with a righteous heart, because as we scroll down, the demon cult attacks, again. And essentially what, let's see what I can see. He said he can't just remove more over those guys. Yeah, they should have disappeared, yada yada yada. And he said, once you wield the sword, you must know when it is right to draw it. And so, he, despite having blocked meridians and unable to like haven't utilized like mainly any martial arts, he fights the demonic cult to like save the people of this village. Um, by like the end of the second chapter, start of the third chapter, we get introduced to what I assume will be one of the female leads. She ends up basically saving him when he's about to be killed from, he's having like a seizure because of his blocked meridians. So the demon cult almost kill him, or like they almost kidnap him, and so she ends up saving him and offers to take him in as a disciple, which he ends up agreeing to. Um, Basically because she offered to treat his 90 meridians by teaching him a cultivation technique that could possibly cure it. But she is a beautiful character. As I said, the art is really good. I really do like. It's nothing like overly special. The story isn't like anything new, so to say. It just seems like another reincarnation martial arts story. Sorry, martial arts story. But you know, I'm interested to see where the relationship between him and his master go. Um, to find out like if he in this second life does he basically go on to try and eradicate the sun moon blood cult again, or you know, just to see where this new life takes him, and how he interacts between him and his master. um, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. If you guys like, leave a sub. I hope to see more of you guys in the future, continue growing this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.